Dead puppies. Dead puppies.
You went there?
Dead puppies aren't much fun. Oh, no.
You did go there. Oh, my gosh.
I don't remember crying so hard in a long time. You want, like, it's in the beginning of the movie of Up, you know, where they do that, like, 5-minute sequence where it's, like, the greatest love story of all time.
Yeah.
And they build this whole thing up of, like, the wife died.
Yeah.
It's emotional. I got you this puppy.
I know. John Wick.
Built this connection.
Yeah, right. I mean, it was such a... The puppy was the gift from his wife who passed
innocent
away.
Puppy.
And it was, yeah.
The innocence was there.
But...
And then it was murdered.
Vengeance is mine, saith John Wick.
Yeah. Yeah. But I will say this. We're talking about John Wick, right?
Yeah.
We better get that clarified. The one from 2014.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves. And directed by a stunt double. Chad Stahelski.
Yeah, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like,
how cool of a relationship would that be to have? Well, because Chad, he wasn't the stunt double in this movie, but in the original trilogy of The Matrix was his stunt double. And so how cool is it that he is now directing and be able to still build that relationship with Keanu?
Right. So tell me that they don't work hard to get each other on each other's projects, right? I mean, there's no...
Well, just think about how many years this would have been.
Yeah.
Because The Matrix, 1999, I guess I don't know when the second and third one released.
Like 02 and 03 or something like that.
So maybe there was a gap, but then now 2014 and these movies are still going.
Movies. The average person can be inspired by them. They can make us laugh. Movies can keep us on the edge of our seat and so much more. Maddie's Movie Mix is a podcast for movie enthusiasts of all kinds. We hope you enjoy the show.
Wait. Matt Logan!
Yes, we both had the same problem. You.
Listen. You smell something?
Yippee-ki-yay. This is Tyler Peterson. And he's been directing all of them so far, which is incredible.
It is
so
incredible.
I just think it's just a cool relationship and dynamic to be able to have. And I think that chemistry shows in the film of they both cared about the movie and creating quality work.
Yeah, I agree. And I think I might have misled you. I know. I just looked it up online here and I don't see. So I had said Eva Longoria is a producer.
Yes, you did.
And she's a producer.
Okay, we're still.
But I thought she had a role in this film too, but I don't think that's actually correct. I think
the
I messed
role
that
was
up.
to produce.
Was to produce, yes.
Not to act.
I just double checked that after I talked about it a minute ago before we started recording.
So
and
now, audience members,
wrong.
you are caught up that Matt has now lied to me.
Yes, I have lied. It's
My
on.
feelings
It's
been
out
hurt.
on the web.
It's like you killed my dog.
Well, at least I didn't
maybe not
steal
that
your
extreme.
Mustang. 1969 Boss 429
I don't
Mustang.
care about the car.
Are you kidding me? You should.
I should, but the puppy.
Puppy.
I think
grow another one.
Well,
I'm obviously kidding. That was seriously. It was very emotional.
Oh my gosh.
It was super emotional.
So this movie was...
I like dogs.
Yeah.
Like you know the dogs that we have
Oh,
here.
absolutely.
And so.
This movie was... I worked at Leashes and Leads, which is a dog boarding facility. I used to work there. I don't work there any longer. So one of my coworkers suggested it.
Oh.
And I was like, all right, Keanu Reeves. It's going to be an action film. Did not expect to be crying within the first 10 minutes of the film.
Yeah.
And I was just... at that point, I was like, how can I even go on?
Yeah.
I don't even care. They killed the dog. These people are monsters.
Yeah, I know.
And John Wick got his vengeance.
He did. The
You know how many
end.
people he killed in this film?
No, I didn't look.
84.
84, huh?
That's the magic number. And I think it's fun. Or not fun. It's not fun killing. Not that I know one way or the other. I don't plan to. And I'm going to just ditch the shovel that I dug
I was
myself
just
in.
right.
But this trilogy is known for the amount of people that die in these films.
Yeah.
Because I think the next 2 and 3, the numbers just increase.
Yeah. The back to the Mustang. That was a sad moment for me when they stole his Mustang.
That was a
Not
tragedy.
really, but that is my dream car.
Is it?
No kidding. 1969 Boss 429. They made him 2 years.
Yeah.
So
That's
69
a
and
sharp
70.
looking vehicle.
Yeah, isn't it? And so the 69 had a different front end, and they had different brake coolers and stuff for the rear brakes.
Okay.
So there's some cosmetic things that look very different. There's also, I think, some interior, if I remember right, that's different. But they this motor that they put in there was a 429 cubic inch motor. Huge.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like unbelievably huge. They made, I believe in 69, they made like around 500 of them.
Okay.
Something like that, or 700 or something.
Not a
I
ton.
don't remember. Not many. And they wanted to use this motor in NASCAR, and so they had to produce like at least 500 production cars with that motor in order to run it in NASCAR.
Oh, interesting.
And that's why they did that.
I am learning so much. Right now.
Yeah, see, it's my favorite car. Seriously.
You want to know how much understanding I have of vehicles?
Push the button or turn the key.
Yeah, that's about it. And I know they start moving with round wheels on the side.
Yes. Yeah.
I had to change my first tire last year.
Really?
This is something completely, obviously, just completely off tangent of John Wick. But I went hiking to Beaver Valley Creek State Park, which is out by Caledonia.
Okay.
And so I was on my way back, got done hiking, and on 90, the tire blew. And gotta change my first tire. And I've never been shown it at all of how to get everything done. And so I popped the trunk, and I'm like, oh, yes, there's a spare tire. And it had all the pieces. And so I didn't even use YouTube. I got really lucky. Either I just understand. Luckily, I mean, it's pretty, I would think so. If I understand how to do it, I feel like anyone can. But that was my first experience changing a tire.
It's sort of like how, I mean, John Wick wins, right? It's similar.
Yeah. Just pop. Did you know that he was pretty sick during one of the scenes, the nightclub?
No.
He had a 104 degree temperature fever.
Really?
Yeah, and from my understanding, I think they're the same, but I never understood why they didn't tie him together. I believe he memorized that nightclub scene the same day. And he had this 104 degree fever when they were shooting it. I think there's a disconnect because every time I looked it up, it was like nightclub, he memorized one night. During the nightclub scene, he had a 104 degree temperature, but they were always separated. And if I were doing my facts together, I would put those together.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Right.
So maybe there were two different nightclub scenes, but there was a time where he had a 140 degree temperature and he still shot through. And luckily, I mean, he was running around and sweaty, so I'm pretty sure that if you're sick, it's going to look very similar.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I just had a 103 degree temperature for, I mean, this is a couple weeks ago, but it was up there for like probably 24 hours.
Did you shoot any fight scenes?
I did not. And I
opportunity.
would not have been able to. So that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. He spent a lot of time in prep to understand Kung Fu and the martial arts.
Yeah. Weapons. I read a lot about how he did all the weapons training, and each movie he like redoes everything too.
Well, he spent 8 hours a day for 4 months. in preparation for this film and the fight scenes of the martial arts. Do you know what the movie was originally called?
Jason Bourne.
Scorn. Which reminds me of The Office.
Was it really Jason Scorn?
Oh, it wasn't Jason. It was just Scorn.
Scorn.
Because I think The Office, there was his.
Oh.
He was. Michael Scott was.
Yeah.
I forget what the name was, but it was definitely a Scorn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I thought was funny. But they switched names, so it switched from Scorn to John Wick, based off of Derek Kolstad, who is a writer's grandfather, who's also named John Wick.
Oh, wow.
Which I thought was interesting.
That is very interesting. The screenplay for this too, I wrote down that this was actually in the works for a couple of years.
Yeah.
So they okay. A movie like this seems to be thrown together.
Yeah.
Not that it's bad.
Right.
But it seems like you would just throw it together.
I mean,
like, hey, I'm bored this weekend.
Yeah.
Let's.
There weren't a lot of different locations.
Right.
The scenes were pretty clean cut. It was a short movie.
Yep.
Yeah. I completely understand.
Yeah.
That.
So I was surprised at that. So I jotted that down. So I couldn't figure out a budget, though. They said it's between 20 and 30 million.
Yeah. That's what I had.
I had seen that in a couple of different places. But the box office did 86 million.
Yeah.
They did not. Right. They didn't expect this movie to do this well.
It's a dark movie.
It is. I remember when I didn't see it in the theaters when it first came out.
Yeah.
I remember I don't know where I was exactly, but I was somewhere and it came on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, watch the first couple minutes of it, maybe not to the dog scene yet. And, I flipped through the channels, whatever. I don't know. I don't remember. But I remember coming back to it and thinking, this is a terrible movie. Because there was like, when I came back to the movie, there was like 10 minutes of just killing everybody. Oh my gosh. I was one of those, that's just kill. And I'm like, holy crap, this is all they do in this film.
That's right.
And then so later I had rented it or something on, whatever. It was on Amazon Prime, whatever it was. I don't remember. Watched it and I'm like, ooh.
It tied together. Ooh. But you do have to understand what's going on to cause it.
Yeah, totally. So I was really excited that when the second one came out. And
they're building I like saying universe, but they're building a
franchise.
They're building a franchise with this, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it really is.
The fourth one will be interesting.
Yeah.
But this is the first one.
So, did you see that they pulled something out of, they called it gun fu technique out of Hong Kong action cinema.
I did not see that.
Yeah. So they apparently some of the way they fight with the guns and, that's what they call it.
Oh, interesting.
And it comes specifically from Hong Kong action cinema.
Interesting.
They say. Yeah. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. I say sometimes when Keanu was running around with his gun, it looked like he had a poop. He was like waddling around. And I just thought it was the most interesting stance for a man to be running down a hallway shooting people. It was mentally, I can only imagine he was thinking of, where's the toilet? Get out of the way. And he didn't do it all the time. But there were a few scenes where I'm like, oh, he's waddling. You know what's about to happen.
The turtle head's poking it.
The turtle is ready for the pool.
Oh boy, our camera operator is we're gonna have to get a new room for her.
Oh my gosh, that. Okay.
That's true. I totally, yeah.
I was just trying to figure out the tactical advantage of that waddle. And so the hard,
right.
He's such he is a killer, and they did a phenomenal job hyping him up that he is good at what he does. Do not mess with this man. Especially don't mess with his dog.
Well, right. Even the Russian guy or whatever was like scared of. Yeah, he was like I thought that was brilliant. Done. Like this just named John Wick.
Yeah,
it's like fear.
And at that point, all we had seen of John Wick was that his house, or he got gas with this cool car.
Yeah,
that his dog was in. More importantly, and then went back home, went to bed, and then he gets beat. Dog killed. He's out on the ground. And then he goes to his dad and said, where'd you get this car?
Mm-hmm.
So it's cool that John Wick initially, like, again, Keanu Reeves to me is not one of those characters that you immediately think, oh, he's good at martial arts or he's good at killing people.
Yeah.
But they were able to make his presence very real. Like, you knew that he was a killer and that people feared him.
Yeah.
Without seeing any of that.
Right.
Which is hard to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. No, it was very well written.
Yeah.
Screenplay was brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you think of the actors, how they did in this?
I thought they got a great cast together. It was a short film.
Yeah.
They had to build a lot of things together. I mean, the impact of his wife, the bounty. What is it? I don't even know what the guild is called. Where the assassins, or where you put because I mean they put a hit on people, right?
Oh yeah,
and it's a whole guild.
Sure.
I forget what the guild is called.
Yeah,
to build up that,
right?
The coins, you know, and who John Wick is, Marcus, and how it's all affiliated together. And so, I mean, it was like an hour and a half long film, which I was also surprised it was that short. But they all worked together really well. I mean, you have Marcus, who's killing what seems to be his best friend, or good friend at least.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, it's like, oh, no hard feelings.
Right.
It was a ticket. And it made sense. It wasn't awkward.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Which I thought was interesting.
Yeah. Kind of a sad way that ended.
Yeah. One of those things you wouldn't expect at an end of a film.
No, you wouldn't.
Especially with how he went out.
Right. But he did such a good job, too, of acting that scene out.
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah.
I'm a 4.4 on actor chemistry with this one.
Yeah, I gave it a 4.5.
Did you?
Yeah, there wouldn't be too much that I changed. I like that the son character was very much a doofus, like not understanding the business side of things.
Yep.
Just kind of does what he wants, not understand the repercussions that it had.
Yep. You have that sense of like, yeah, he's protected as his whole life as, you know, he's right.
And then his dad being very clear of like, he's a menacing character too. Yeah. You don't want to mess with. Cares for his son. Wants vengeance and make sure his son is protected. I like the hotel manager. He's a fun character.
Yeah.
So there's just not a lot. I mean, I don't know. Like they all work together really well, and I think the weird, not the weird, but I mean, it's almost a solo film at the same point because it's all focused around John Wick.
Yeah,
you have other characters going on, but you're following John Wick, who is a very self-isolated person.
Yes. Yes.
The cleanup crew. I have a cleanup for 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. No, I'm expecting company of 12. That's what it was.
Yes. Yeah. Reservation or whatever. Yeah, I know. Very clever. And then the way they revealed some of those things was very clever as well. So I like that.
The police was a little odd though.
Yes.
I don't fully. I don't think the police needed to come.
Right.
That was. I guess if I was knocking anything, but that's more story than anything. It wasn't actor-wise. It was just odd. I mean, even the cleanup crew could have said, "Oh, neighbors complaining about anything." Like they could have made a joke somewhere about that if they really wanted to get the neighbor joke in there.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, no. Probably the cop knocking on the door and, you know, I mean, he said, "Are you working again?"
Yeah. Well, clearly they had a relationship, and they did a
Right.
great job of establishing that quickly.
Real quickly.
But it's still weird.
Yeah. Like, especially how fast he got there.
Yeah.
So
I did think the lights were cool. I always
I
like
did-
it when you can see cop car lights in the background.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. What did you think about the locations?
They were dark, but they were fun.
Yeah.
And I think the dark worked well in this film because really you got like a ninja character going around killing people, but they had the strobe lights too, where you were able to when strobe lights are done well, where it gets flashes and you can see people like, it's fun where you somewhat get that stuttering of how quickly they're moving.
Yeah.
I think that was well done alongside like going from the basement to get the sun back up to now where the party or the rave or whatever it was called, where the music was really loud. And then now they're both trying to navigate. Again, it's not necessarily a film location. It's mixed with cinematography, but it was a location that affected how the movie was being progressed.
Yeah.
I also like John Wick's house. It was so cool. I would love to have that house.
Right. That was cool. Especially after the cleanup crew was there.
Honey, grab the saran wrap.
Locations for me was a 4.3. I did like the consistency of the film, even when it was daytime.
Yeah.
It wasn't super bright and annoying, which is more cinematography. But I think that was to character for the movie.
Yeah.
So
it's a dark film.
Yeah. So I did enjoy that. I like that they went to the chop shop. I like that they went to the rave, the basement where they
each
had
location
the hot
had
tubs.
its unique setting.
Yeah. The old church that they had. Where they
that was a fun scene too.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed it. Cinematography. How did it look on the screen for you?
It looked great. This is like from this film, this is what I would want. It's an action film. I like sometimes they took out the noise and it was just solely focused on the action of him moving through the house quickly. And I liked how it never felt like a big deal for John Wick. Like he was just moving along.
Yeah.
And through like,
even when he was hurt.
yeah. It was like he was going from the kitchen to the upstairs to go to bed. Like, oh, there's people here. Boom, boom. And so that again builds on that idea that he is just this amazing, the boogeyman, like who you would hire to assassinate the boogeyman.
Yes.
And the way they shot it was cool. Again, where he was going after the son and the party scene was super cool. I loved how I normally don't like blood, for better or for worse, but when the people were getting shot, you could see the splatter on different things. I thought it was not overly done where it looked ridiculous, but it made natural sense.
Yeah.
I gave it 4.6.
Okay. 4.5 for me. It's hard to do a perfect score, but there wasn't really anything in there that I would just say that didn't really work. I thought it was very consistent, which I really did like.
Yeah.
Like they didn't capture things on film that were totally out of whack. I mean, it seems like the whole film had its own character to me.
Yeah.
Like it was a dark character.
Yeah.
And
the fights were, again, consistent, where they were all really the same, but they again felt different because you're going through different locations, different scenarios, where it wasn't like he was randomly learning new moves, or they didn't even have a super macho guy in this one specifically, which I kind of enjoy because sometimes those characters seem ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. Like a James Bond villain.
Yeah.
Over the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's consistent with James Bond.
Right.
That's not that it's bad.
Right.
But that's not cliche.
Yeah.
They didn't do the cliche thing in this film. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
What did you think of their costumes?
Again, it was dark. They had a red dress.
They did.
Every time I see a red dress now, I'm like, oh, Here's one for Matt. So yeah, the red dress of the singer of the hotel. I like the bedazzle. It made sense for her character.
Yeah.
It didn't stand out to me. Just okay. It normally would not have stood out to me. Besides that, I just think it's funny now. When I see a red dress in a film. I think it's classy for John Wick to be in a suit. But I also think it's an interesting choice because he's killing people and blood's going to splatter.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously he's loaded and has money, so it's no issue. But like, it's just it was just an interesting choice, and it fit his character for better.
Oh yeah.
But I just thought it was funny. Like, I can imagine going out killing 84 people in a suit. Actually, I can imagine killing anyone. Again, I have not killed anyone. Let me be clear.
Yes, please, bleep, blip, blip. Can't
Yeah.
talk, I guess. I'm getting nervous over here. I think you're gonna kill me.
That's right. I got a Twitch going.
Ugh.
I also like Viggo's character outfits
Yeah.
with the stripes being more Italian themed.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great fit. So I gave it a 4.5.
Okay. I wasn't so generous.
Okay.
I'm a 3.7 because I thought while it was good, I thought in a world like this they could have really done a lot. It was real consistent, and I did enjoy that, but I think they could have done a lot to stand out. Like, they're assassins, like all of them there. They could have really done crazy, wild things with costumes, I think.
Yeah. Well,
it would have worked.
The thing for this one though is that you have Marcus. I forget who the girl who was the assassin. They should have done more with her costume.
Yeah.
I think specifically would have been the one that they could have made a big change to. And Viggio, the dad. But other than that, I mean, it was just a bunch of... It seemed like random... Or hitmen or bodyguards for the son character. So in those situations, you wouldn't want your bodyguard to stand out. But I agree. I probably now think about the girl assassin probably should have had. They could have definitely had an outfit that stood out a little bit more.
Right. Like even a really, yeah. I mean, they could have done just a lot of things. With that. Personally, I'm gonna go first on the music on the score. 4.7.
Oh, nice.
I really enjoyed the music in this movie.
It was slightly
I really
eerie.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little loud in places.
Yeah.
Not loud in the sense of loud, but loud over the voice.
Yeah.
It was a little harder to hear the voice for me in a few areas.
Right.
But I really enjoyed the music on this. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I think for a couple of reasons. One is the music had it was just instrumental in places, and it actually had like music, like lyrics and everything. So
it was interesting. There was that song about killing your friend or not killing your friend.
Oh yeah,
that one.
Yeah,
I thought it was interesting when it was first played by Marcus, but then he didn't actually kill, and then it was played again. I forget. It was played twice. I remember thinking it was weird the first time it played. But I think it was setting up for the second time it played, and that one made a lot more sense. So yeah, I thought that was a cool song, and it kind of made sense going into it. I gave it a 4.4. Again, like you said, it was loud. I also like the eeriness, just because I think, again, it's a dark film, and the eeriness I think helped play into that.
Yeah,
it's not natural what he is doing. And you shouldn't feel comfortable about all the death.
No, like I said, when I first saw it, when I flipped back, that was all the death, and I was like super turned off by it.
Exactly. It was loud. It was sometimes too loud. So it was a more mechanical. The soundtrack was more mechanical, which I thought was cool.
Yes,
it fit well with.
Yes,
John Wick could be a robot. I mean,
he might be.
He might be. We'll find out the fourth one that's coming out never.
Right.
Keep getting pushed back.
I know. The overall entertainment value for you, good sir.
I gave it a 4.6.
Okay.
I think it's a good pacing. They didn't try to extend it out. I think hour and a half is a very manageable film.
Yeah, they didn't waste time.
Exactly. Interesting story. Fight scenes are fun to watch. And again, some of those fight scenes were where you have stints where they're killing, like you said, 10, 15 people at once. Mm-hmm. But it never felt drawn out. He was just, I mean, it made sense they were coming in, but it never felt too long.
Right.
They were able to figure out that pacing. Even when the longest one was probably when he was going to the basement to killing, I forget what his son's name was. It was,
Mauricio?
Mauricio. No. This is not.
Am I confused?
This is not Shakespeare.
This is not House of Gucci. Isn't that what was his name?
Yeah, Maurizio.
Maurizio.
You were right with that.
Yeah.
Who's Shakespeare? Who are the two houses in that one?
I don't remember.
Maurizio's not Maurizio. Something
It's similar though. Yeah.
I mean, it's Italian. I think it's. I have no idea how he pronounced his first name. It's Iosef.
Yeah.
Is it Yosef?
Probably.
I don't know. That was probably the longest one, was going down to the pool to kill Yosef. But again, it was fun to see him get to, or try to get to his.
What
character.
did that actor play in?
He was in he had to be in Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Yes, that's what it was.
He
was gray.
I think he got his. He got his reproduction taken off, because I think he was a crazy character. No. I think it was.
It was gray.
Gray.
He was like, El Gray, or no, I'm kidding, that's T, but he wasn't he? Yeah, because he was from the Iron Islands or whatever, or
but he got tortured.
Yeah, he got tortured.
He definitely got his.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. That's him. Yeah.
Because he got taken off he got taken under the Starks, and then
as a kid,
and then he went back, and he got tortured.
Yep. That's
Anyways,
right. Yep.
That's
right.
the character.
Yep.
I just watched that show for the first time last year.
Really?
Yeah. That's a different topic. But so I thought it was going to Yosef. They did a good job of making it really interesting of how John Wick got to his character.
Yes.
So I thought pacing wise, again, an hour and a half film, it was perfect. 4.7. Again, you can watch it back to back. This trilogy, you could not. Yeah, I guess some people could. I mentally cannot watch a trilogy where you got 300 people dying.
No, I can't either.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
You got to pace yourself.
Yeah. No, it's very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Overall entertainment for me was a 4.8.
Okay.
I could definitely, like you say, I couldn't do back to back.
Yeah.
And things that's way too much. But watching this one time all the way through, it's very entertaining. You feel really sad and bad for him.
Yeah.
With the car being stolen.
He doesn't say much.
No.
It would be interesting to figure out how many lines he had in this movie.
Yeah.
It has to be under 100.
No.
He didn't, when did he talk?
You might be right, I guess.
100 lines, not 100 words.
100 lines. Okay, yeah.
I mean, although 100 words could be close, because he had two words.
Yeah,
lines,
that's true. That's true. Yeah, good point.
Next time, if you know, let us know.
Yeah.
And I'd be very fascinated to know how much he actually talked in this movie.
We felt him in this movie.
Yeah.
That was...
It's one way to put it. I can't
that look.
Well, I was just processing we felt him, and I'm like, I don't know if I really felt him. I resonated with him.
Poor
But,
choice of words.
Yeah. It's one of those. You know those one of my favorite characters are like people who don't know what they're saying, or like the innuendos or the way that they're saying things, and they're just completely oblivious, and they just. Not that you do that frequently, but that just reminded me of like, we felt him. You can say you felt him, Matt. I'm going to be in my own space for
Good choice. Good choice, Tyler.
Yeah. Overall score.
4.4.
Yeah.
Oh,
4.3.
This is fun. This is too much fun.
Yeah.
This is way too much fun.
Oh my gosh.
And we're not like even drinking or anything.
No, and it's
kind of
fun. I don't even know what time it is, but it has to be earlier than what we normally
do. It's earlier than normal. Yeah.
It's only 9:40.
Yeah.
Normally it's like 11 o'clock when we're getting done with these.
Exactly. It's pretty wild.
A senile old man that doesn't know what he's saying anymore.
Exactly.
Now, this is probably why I caught that, was because I have...
Because you're more alert.
We're going to re-listen to these podcasts and be like, oh my gosh, there's so many innuendos that I just agreed with.
Now I'm going to have to do that on purpose.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Sneak some stuff by. Overall 4.4. So the way I do it is I take all my scores and then that's my overall. I do the math. Yeah, I do the geometry, as Tom Holland would say. Remember?
Are you going to put triangles? Is that how you put triangles? That's geometry.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I do remember No Way Home.
Yeah, so clearly I'm
way too alert right now.
You are.
That's my problem.
Yeah, just go with it, man.
Yeah. All right. My geometrical score was 4.4. Takes shape of a square plus a triangle.
Makes sense.
I sure hope not.
To no one ever. Trust the science, Tyler.
Science rules.
Math. Trust, I don't know.
I took a karate class once. I am officially a yellow belt.
What does that have to do with absolutely anything?
Well, you were talking about math and you were talking about science. I might as well throw out PE, the most important class in high school.
You took that in high school?
Yeah.
You got to yellow belt?
Well, sorry. Karate I did not take in high school. I took that in college. What you're saying is you could take John Wick. Yeah. Eyes closed. I don't even need a gun.
No gung fu for you.
I'll just get a dog.
Right. Poor dog. They could have.
He gets another one at the end.
Right, which is more BA than the first one. Let's be honest.
Wait, beagles? Is it a beagle? I don't know if it was a beagle or there's the other one that looks like that. Beagles and...
It was a beagle, wasn't it?
I think it was a beagle.
Yeah.
There's the fat ones, and then there's... Oh, yeah. This is... I'm not going to go fat shaming dogs. I apologize.
Hey, thanks for joining us. Hammer the like button. Hammer the share button. Send us a comment. See you next time.
Nailed it.
Okay, so I'll see you later, huh? I'll give you a call.
So it's done.
It's done.